Hi friends, we have officially reached 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you all so much for the support. Since we are 1,000 more people, I thought, why not opening Q&A again, in case that the 1,000 new people have questions. I'm starting with the questions that were asked the most and going to the question that were one time asked. While answering your questions, you can watch me clean some Wii controllers I bought secondhand, because as I got them, they were disgusting. Also, the green one didn't work anymore, so I cleaned the inside and changed it with the inside of a white Wii controller. In the end, both worked perfectly fine, and the inside I've changed also worked again. Do you play on streams? Any plans on streaming games or just videos on YouTube for now? Would you ever consider streaming? And to be honest, I already thought of streaming like quite often since a while. My good friend Nishi is streaming like almost daily, so check out her Twitch. But I myself am not able to stream because of the circumstances of my place. I would love to stream in the future. I hope I can stream in the next few years maybe. Would be really nice because I think it would be pretty entertaining on stream. It would be really a joy. So if I ever start streaming, I will tell you on my stories on Instagram. So check out my Instagram if you don't want to miss out for the day I start streaming. Where are you from? Your accent is absolutely magical. I hope it's okay to ask which part of the world you're from. We hear you're from. Again, I'm not sharing any personal information online. Maybe in the far, far future I will one day tell more about myself, but for now I want to keep my private life and everything about me private. I have reasons for that, but it's a topic for another video. When did you start playing Nintendo consoles? What was your first Nintendo game? I've actually answered a similar question last time I made a Q&A. And to keep it short this time, I started playing Nintendo consoles when I was like pretty young child, like maybe 7 or 8, maybe younger, maybe older, I'm not sure. And I think my first game was Super Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64. What is your favorite game out of every console generation? What's your favorite Nintendo game? And I thought about which one it might be because I have quite a few games that I played like a lot and that I did enjoy like a lot. And I came to the conclusion that Wii Sport Resort on a Nintendo Wii is, I think, my most grinded game. I've played a lot on this game. What's your favorite Shy Guy design? I like the Shy Guys from Yoshi's Island on Game Boy Advance. What's your favorite Shy Guy? It took me a minute to think of what's my favorite Shy Guy, and I think it's the one from this really old Mario book I have. I mean, look at him! He looks so cute, the art style is so adorable. That's all for the multiple ask similar questions, and now we're going over to all the unique one-time questions. In the future, if you plan on making merch, what would you make? Like plushies, shirts? And I talked about this with my friend Nishi already, because she is already making some kind of merch because she is an artist and sells her art. Check out her Ko-fi and Etsy. I also always thought of making merch, even before I had this account. The thing is, I don't have the budget to start it. Like Nishi is making, I think, merch since she's 16 or something. Like, she started pretty young. She had the resources, the time, and like the connections to do so. And I'm really proud of her that she already had her own booth on different conventions and sold her merch, which is so cool. And I myself never had the opportunity to do so. But I hope in the future with more support from you, which I already have a few supporters. Thank you all so much. I think it will be possible to make merch. I thought about what kind of merch I can do or should do. I for sure want to make stickers. Like, stickers are always nice to have. Cute lucky stickers, some inside jokes from my YouTube gameplay. I also thought of plushies and I talked about it with Nishi, but we came to the same conclusion that there are a lot of weird people outside, and having like a physical plushie of our mascots might make people do stuff with those plushies that we are not comfortable with. So I don't think plushies will be an option in the future. For now, it's probably like keychains, stickers, maybe pins, artwork, having some prints or some kind of that stuff. I think like the casual merch you can get. But I will inform you on my Ko-fi, because my Ko-fi will be my merch place to get merch and promote my merch and giving you merch. So if you don't want to miss out me one day making merch, check out my Ko-fi. Favorite Mario Bros. Enemy. It took me a minute to think of what creature it will be. And for me personally, it's a piranha plants. I mean, they look really nice. I'm not saying more about them. Pet peeves. Any, not just saying worst one. My biggest pet peeve is if people are like competitive and not enjoying the games, especially since I prefer Nintendo games. And Nintendo is about enjoying the game and having a nice experience. And if people are just impatient and competitive and rage while gaming, that's really uncomfortable. And I don't enjoy if people act like that. I refuse to play with people who can't enjoy gaming. If they're impatient because of the internet, if they're impatient because of the gameplay, if they're very competitive, if they have like low tolerance for failing, like if they never learned that kind of skill, that's my biggest pet peeve, I would say. Do you have any favorite Paper Mario? If so, which one comes on top for you? I personally never played any Paper Mario, so I sadly can't pick a favorite. Sorry. What's your favorite Nintendo console? I think the question was already asked in the last Q&A, and I stick to my answer. It's hard to tell which one is my favorite because each generation has something special about it. But I think the one I played the most was my Nintendo 3DS. This is one that I played the most back then, besides the Nintendo 64. What's your favorite Mario Kart game? I'm kinda indecisive of which one is my favorite. I really like Mario Kart 64 because the general Nintendo 64 library is really enjoyable for me. But when it comes to my favorite Mario Kart, I think Mario Kart Double Dash is on top of Mario Kart 64. I do enjoy the Mario Kart World too, but I haven't played it long enough yet to count it as my favorite. All the other Mario Karts are like pretty basic. They are nice to play, they have beautiful maps, but I didn't play many other Mario Karts as much as I did Mario Kart 64. I didn't play Mario Kart Double Dash more than Mario Kart 64, but I do think I enjoy it more. Like in Mario Kart 64, my absolute favorite is the Rainbow Road, and Mario Kart Double Dash, the general idea of the game, I really enjoy. Emulator or console? I think both is valid. I personally love having the physical media. I love having the consoles to plug in all the cables and play with the original controllers, but playing on an emulator on your computer is totally valid. I mean, my gameplays are also all emulators on the computer with an USB Nintendo 64 controller. So to emulate is also really nice because you can enjoy the games in a little better quality, I would say. Like the edges are crisp on the low poly. Who's your comfort character and why? Nintendo or non-Nintendo? When it comes to non-Nintendo, it's definitely my OCs because they mean a lot to me. And when it comes to Nintendo, on the one side it's Peach because she's so soft and sweet and pink. And lately on the other side it's Luigi because he got a lot more character to him, especially through the Mario movies. So I think Luigi became slowly a comfort character too. He's so sweet. Do you have pets? No, I don't have pets anymore. As a child, I had quite a few pets, like a lot, but now I don't have any pets anymore. How long have you been a Nintendo fan? Since I'm small, because I grew up with always having consoles and technology. Because my father, he works in a technology job and was always interested in technology. So back then he bought the Atari, he bought the Nintendo Entertainment System, he bought the Nintendo 64, he bought the GameCube, he bought the Wii, he kept the Wii. That's why I don't have a first-hand Wii in my collection. I only have second-hand Wiis in my collection because he kept his Wii. He didn't give that away. He gifted me his GameCube, and I also have the Nintendo Entertainment System he bought back then, and some other consoles. Like, we had literally everything back then. He bought the Game Boy Classic, he bought the Game Boy Pocket, he bought the Game Boy Advance, he bought the Game Boy Color, he bought all the accessories to the Game Boy Color. Like, we had the atomic purple Game Boy Color with all the attachments, with the light, with the link cable, with the loop, with like everything to it. Like, everything in atomic purple we had for the Game Boy Color. It was really nice. How years you have. What? Do you ever get obsessed with one game in your childhood? I mean, kinda multiple ones, because I always binged played some games on the computer and on the consoles. Like, I got obsessed with Nintendogs. I got obsessed with Warcraft 3 on the computer. I got obsessed with Mario Kart 64. I got obsessed with Wii Sport Resort. Like, those are few games that I binge played. Who was your main in Smash Bros. Wii U? No one? Because I didn't own a Wii U back then. I bought it secondhand lately to complete my collection. Like, it was the only missing console. I had every other one besides the Wii U, so it's pretty new to the collection and I haven't played much with it yet. What was your most magical moment as a Nintendo fan? In the last Q&A, I told my story how I first time played on a Nintendo console, which was pretty magical, like having the joy of a child back then, like this kind of spark. But when it comes to a really vivid, magical moment, I think it was me buying the Nintendo 3DS back then with my own earned money. Like, this was so magical, and I also made an unboxing video about it. I still have it, but it's pretty cringe, so I won't show it. But I think that was really the most magical moment for me back then when it comes to Nintendo stuff. It was really special to me, and I still own it, and I care for this 3DS so much. Origin of your Instagram username? Well, the whole content creation started with a bet that I made with a good friend of mine. And so I had to think of a username. And I was like, okay, I want to make Nintendo content. My friend wants to make Sonic content. And I tried to combine things that I like words that fit to my content, that are kind of unique, so it's easier to find me. And I created my costume to cover up myself. And then I had the Shy Guy mask. So I thought, okay, Shy Guy, I need something with Shy Guy. And my gamer tag since a long while is already Lucky, because I'm really lucky when it comes to games. And so I was like, okay, instead of Shy Guy, I call myself Shy Lucky. And since I really enjoy the Nintendo 64 and I love the number 64, I thought, yeah, put it in too. So I combined Shy, because of Shy Guy, Lucky, because it's my gamer tag, and 64, because the Nintendo 64 is my favorite, and I want to make Nintendo content. So that's the origin of my username. Which artists do you like? There are a few, especially since I'm an artist myself, besides being a Nintendo content creator. So artists that I like are my friends. They inspire me a lot, like Nishi. I can't pick one or a few because there are many artists that I do like. So yeah, keeping it simple, I like my friends as artists. They are my faves. If you could live in a video game for the rest of your life, what game would it be? I think Wii Sports Resort would be a perfect game to live in. It's a sunny island with many sporty activities. Oh, everything about it is so beautiful. I think this is a good place to stay. Hola, me saludas. Who are you? Why do a Shy Guy face mask? To cover up my identity and keep private. In the spirit of the Wii U, what is your favorite Wii U game? Well, since the Wii U is pretty new to my collection and I never experienced the full joy of having a Wii U in your childhood, teenhood, adulthood, I can't say I have a favorite game because I haven't played much games yet on the Wii U. So, well, yeah, I sadly can't pick a favorite because I haven't played many games of the Wii U. You're so awesome. I love your videos. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that people enjoy my content. Did you make that mask? It looks great. No, I haven't made it. I was asked that already a lot of times, like in DMs or comments. I've bought it on Amazon. But I would recommend, if you wanna get a shy guy or shy girl mask, get it on AliExpress because it's way cheaper. Especially, or in general, if you wanna buy like random stuff, don't get it on Amazon. You will waste your money. Get it on Wish, get it on Ali. But if it's random stuff, not like having brand stuff, like brand stuff, official stuff, yes, Amazon is a perfect place for that. But if it's random knickknacks, don't buy it there. You will waste your time in giving it into the hands of people who did nothing to create that random stuff. In general, don't overconsume, don't use Wish or Ali that much, not good for the environment and stuff. But if you have to buy random stuff, do it there. You will save yourself a lot of money. I wasted so much money on Amazon until I realized the same stuff is on Wish, the same stuff is on Ali, and I was like, damn it. You deserve all the good things you have in your life. Never forget that. Thanks, bro. Has there ever been a popular Nintendo game or franchise that didn't click with you? In terms of Nintendo franchise, it's probably Metroid. I was never really interested in the series since the very first until the very least game, like Metroid Prime on the Nintendo Switch 2. Ooh, it looks so good. I like everything about it, the atmosphere, the graphics. I would love to get into the newest game of Metroid. After all those years not being anything interested in that. Besides that, I'm not much interested in the Kirby universe or not much interested in the Star Fox universe. Earthbound also never clicked with me. I'm not really interested in that. It's kind of weird and creepy to me. I'm really basic when it comes to Nintendo. Like, I do love the Mario universe, all the Mario characters, the general basic Mario games. Like, they are my faves. Thoughts on Helltaker? It's not my type of content that I want to connect with my new social media, so not many thoughts about it. I've never played it, and yeah. Do you have a favorite obscure Wii game? No, I don't have, because I stick to the Nintendo officials, so no. What's your favorite Nintendo racing game? I would say Diddy Kong Racing. I prefer it over Mario Kart. I mean, there are many racing games, like Mario Kart in general is always the same, like it's Mario Kart with a little twist and tweaks. I do enjoy Diddy Kong Racing more because it has more lore to it. Like, there's a whole story spin around the whole racing game, and I really, really like it. I do enjoy it so much. What's your favorite hobby minus gaming? Well, besides being a Nintendo console collector, I'm also an artist, so my hobbies besides gaming is actually drawing. I've created the art style I have on my social medias, especially for my social medias. So my actual art style is completely different. And I do enjoy art in every form. I do enjoy digital art, I do enjoy traditional art. I have oil paints, I have acrylic paints, I have pastel pencils, I have color pencils, I have markers, I have acrylic markers, I have watercolors. Like, I have the whole palette of art supplies and art mediums, and I really, really enjoy those too. And I also enjoy crafting. I did cosplay years ago, and I sew a lot, I craft a lot. I'm crafting dolls actually. I have a doll of my OCs that I really like. Everything creative you can imagine, I've tried, or at least the most common ones I've tried, and I really like being a crafty, creative person. That's everything besides gaming. Or I would like to get into 3D art too, because I would love to create 3D models of Lucky, for example, or other stuff, which would be so awesome. I need to learn to use Blender. I would love to get into 3D art. Kirby Air Riders or Mario Kart World? I would say Mario Kart World, because I'm not much interested in Kirby Air Riders, so yeah, it's Mario Kart World. What kind of music do you listen to? everything. Everything that you can find on YouTube, I'm listening to. I listen to rock, pop, metal, nightcore, power metal. Like, I listen to pretty much everything that my brain enjoys, and then I put it on repeat for at least a week. So I have one favorite song for a week till I get to the next favorite song for the next week. Can I draw your character? Yeah, sure, I would love to. I actually got some fan art already, which I'm so grateful. Like, I appreciate it so much if you draw my character. It's so nice. Thanks. Favorite Zelda monster? It took me a minute to decide which one, or like come to the conclusion which monster, and it's Bongo Bongo. Like, hear me out. Have you seen his bag? Ooh. How many subs now? At this exact moment, I have exactly 3,000 followers. Oh my god, thank you so much. We have reached 3K. Do you like anime? Yes. Is the mask actually your real face? Yes. Face reveal when? When I reach 1 million subscribers, I think, because then I have the financially security to work against stalking, work against blackmailing, and against doxing. So when I reach 1 million, I think I have enough money. If people are creepy, crazy psychos, that I can do something about it. So until I reach 1 million, I don't think I will show my face, actually, to keep myself safe. So yeah. Do you wear sunglasses under your mask to tint away your face a bit more? Yes. I actually wear a fabric mask and like paintball, airsoft goggles to hide everything. Otherwise, my eyes will be seen through the mask because it's like a pretty rough mesh, so everything looks through it. Also, it's really uncomfortable to wear the mask on top of your face because it's so flat, so your nose is always getting smooshed. So having the goggles beneath helps keeping space between my face and the mask to make it easier to wear. I'm almost suffocating under the mask anyways. I think it's because of the fabric mask I'm wearing. It's a little too thick fabric. I think I need another type just to be able to breathe. If I ever go to convention with the mask, I need a solution, otherwise I will heavy breathing under the thing, getting air so hard. I need a better solution for that. No. Thank you all so much for the questions. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of my 3K Q&A special. See you next time.